GK at your tips with your study, your pace. Question 1. Who was the first president of Indian National Congress? W.C. Banerjee. Question 2. Who was the first Muslim president of India? Dr. Zakir Hussain. Question 3. Who was the first British Governor General of Bengal? Lord Warren Hastings, 1774 to 1885. Question 4. Who was the first Indian Air Chief Marshal? S. Mukherjee. Question 5. Who was the first Indian member of the Viceroy's Executive Council? S.P. Sinha. Question 6. Who was the first person to get Param Veer Chakra? Major Somnath Sharma. Question 7. Who was the first Speaker of the Lok Sabha? Ganesh Vasudeva Mavalankar. Question 8. Who was the first and the last Indian to be Governor General of Free India? C. Rajgopalachari. Question 9. Who was the first Indian to win Nobel Prize? Rabindranath Tagore. Question 10. Who was the first British Governor General of India? Lord William Bentinck, 1833 to 1835. Question 11. Who was the first Prime Minister of Free India? Jawaharlal Nehru. Question 12. Who was the first person of Indian origin to receive Nobel Prize in Medicine? Hargobind Khurana. Question 13. Who was the first person to reach Mount Everest without oxygen? Sherpa Anga Dorji. Question 14. Who was the first person to receive Magsaysay Award? Acharya Vinoba Bhave. Question 15. Who was the first Indian to get Nobel Prize in Physics? C.V. Raman. Question 16. Who was the first Indian Naval Chief? Vice Admiral R.D. Katari. Question 17. Who was the first Chief Election Commissioner? Sukumar Sen. Question 18. Who was the first Chief Justice of Supreme Court? Justice Hirala J. Kania. Question 19. Who was the first Indian pilot? J.R.D. Tata, 1929. Question 20. Who was the first judge of International Court of Justice? Dr. Nagendra Singh. Question 21. Who was the first Home Minister of India? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Question 22. Who was the first Chinese traveler to visit India? Fei Ain. Question 23. Who was the first British Viceroy of India? Lord Canning. Question 24. Who was the first person to receive Stalin Prize? Saifuddin Kichu. Question 25. Who was the first Prime Minister of India who did not face the Parliament? Charan Singh. Question 26. Who was the first Chief of Army Staff? General Maharaj Rajendra Singh Ji. Question 27. Who was the first President of India who died while in office? Dr. Zakir Hussain. Question 28. Who was the first person to receive Jananpith Award? Sri Shankar Kurup. Question 29. Who was the first Field Marshal of India? SHF Manekshaw. Question 30. Who was the first Muslim President of Indian Republic? Dr. Zakir Hussain. Question 31. Who was the first Vice President of India? Dr. Radhakrishnan. Question 32. Who was the first person to resign from the Central Cabinet? Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. Question 33. Who was the first President of Indian Republic? Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Question 34. Who was the first Indian to join the ICS? Satyendra Nath Tagore. Question 35. Who was the first Prime Minister of India who resigned without completing the full term? Morarji Desai. Question 36. Who was the first Muslim President of Indian National Congress? Badruddin Tayyabji. Question 37. Who was the first Indian to receive Bharat Ratna Award? Dr. Radhakrishnan. Question 38. Who was the first Indian Commander-in-Chief of India? General Cariappa. Question 39. Who was the first man who introduced printing press in India? James Hickey. Question 40. Who was the first person to receive Nobel Prize in Economics? Amartya Sen. Question 41. Who was the first Governor General of Free India? Lord Mountbatten. Question 42. India's first man in space? Rakesh Sharma. Question 43. Who was the first Education Minister? Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. Question 44. Who was the first Indian to cross English Channel? Mihir Sen.